Alright, is it common for people in San Francisco to get rejected, South Florida to get rejected from jobs for not speaking Spanish? It is very common in Miami-Dade County, less so in Broward, and very rare in West Palm. Interesting. In Dade County, very common and totally understandable why. Mostly Dade County, you see on job posts in Spanish required. Yeah, for a lot of, yeah, because you might have to communicate with certain people and you might have to speak Spanish. And it's mostly Spanish, especially in South Florida. Very common in Miami-Dade. Still pretty common in Broward for customer-facing roles. So yeah, somebody said use Duolingo to learn another language. I mean, yeah, learning another language, being able to communicate with Spanish people, that can increase your value, especially your communication value with different people. And they say it could take you months to years to learn Spanish, but why not learn it? Portuguese would probably be the second language to learn after Spanish, but learn one language first and the next language next. So I would say I would be most interested in learning Spanish first and then Portuguese second. But yeah, that's what it is. You want to learn how to speak it, Duolingo. Somebody mentioned Duolingo in here. Somebody mentioned Rosetta Stone too. But you got to be focused on it like 30 minutes a day, hour a day. So this, what's the struggle you agree both men and women equally have interest in? Being stuck in traffic, insecurity, healthy boundaries, radical self-acceptance, coping with uh, identifying positive role models. Interesting. You're gonna have referee either ugly or poor. Wow, ugly or poor. Wow. Dating. Huh? I got a lot. Dating if you don't look like a supermodel. Wow. Body insecurities, pressure from society to be productive all the time. Interesting. If you were unemployed but had 100K in the bank, what would you do with your time? Let's see. If you were unemployed but had 100K in the bank, what would you do with your time? 500 comments. This got the most comments. Look for a job. Interesting. I'm not in the U.S., so $100K today is nearly 10 years of my current salary. I use that money to buy a house and keep looking for a job. If it's 100K of my local currency, if invested, it would yield about 25% of what I make, which isn't much at all, so I leave it invested in. Well, keep looking for a job. What about a business? Not exactly what I was going to respond. 100K is not even substantially close to early retirement type of money. Maybe sabbatical money, but yeah, not retirement. Interesting. This is laughing out loud. I could get by that for 3 years if I only cover expenses. I still look for a job because da da da. So yeah, a job, but what kind of job? That's the question. Invested, then find a job because 100K is not as much as people think it is. Get a job. 100K is peanuts. Wow, they say 100K is peanuts. Get a job. Everybody's saying get a job, get a job. Do 100K is not that much. You're gonna need to find work somewhere. Put a down payment on the house, pay off my credit card debt, and job search. I very much enjoy my work and would be quite distressed if I were suddenly unemployed, 100K or no. Why he'd be quite if he was suddenly unemployed? So wow, Plus, you need a job to first qualify for a loan on that house. Plus, you need a job to first qualify for that loan on the house. True, hopefully in this scenario, I have to have my good credit. Interesting. Job search first before buying a house, and I paid on credit cards, but maybe not off if I didn't have a job. 100K can't even get me 20% down on a home in my preferred area, so I look for a job. Interesting. $100K in your 40s. Wow. Find a new career ASAP. Interesting. Find a job career, basically. Find a career. 100K is nothing in the grand scheme of things. You can run out of that money fast. When my time would be spent getting back to work and to add more into my checking and savings account. Blowing through any money is never a good idea. The only reason I have well over 100K in savings is because I work and add money to it, therefore it grows and isn't spent. Put in a high interest savings account and let it grow, or working part time and enjoying my free time. A high interest savings account and let it grow. If I wasn't happy in my career, figure out what I enjoy doing, retraining it, and then get a job that I'm going to enjoy doing. Therefore, it won't feel like work. Interesting. Do something you enjoy doing so it won't feel like, work. That's interesting. Realistically, get a job, but 7 years ago I lived somewhere I hated with a cheating boyfriend and a job I hate. And like 13K in savings, I quit, ended my lease, sold all my furniture, and drove around the country for a few months. I couch surfed, stayed in hostels. It truly opened my eyes into what I like to do. It was extremely rewarding. 7 months or so later, I found a job I like. I wouldn't do it again because I got what I needed, but one of the best experiences and choices. Look for another job. I can't even pay off my house with 100K. Laughing aloud, I can't even pay off my house with 100K. Damn. Buy a house, invest the rest, and look for a job. Invest in and I do now with my time. Okay. Someone said go to school. What's to do with 100K? And alright, that's it. I'm done recording.